Thursday morning. You know what that means. And he's on the microphone with Brian and Gene. The morning sickness show is where I want to be. Strumming my guitar, soft and gently. Where bacon rules all, and Bloody Marys are tall, and Pearl Street beers chase them all. I'm here to sing to you, tell you have a great day, and don't forget to come rock out with Tug Sunday.
Andy Hughes, our good friend, with his version of the Thursday song from several years ago.
Because it's Thursday.
It is.
All holiday week.
All Hallows Eve. One more sleep, and then we get some candy.
And man, is the fog thick.
Yeah.
Oof.
Lots of fog in the La Crosse area. Anywhere up and down the river, you're going to see some fog. It's pretty. It rolled in quickly, too, because I left the building at about 10 past 5, and when I came back at about 5:30, it had rolled in, and it was settling in nicely.
I could see it in my backyard, and then I pulled out of the alley, and it was like, it's thick. It's very thick, so be careful this morning. It's not only headlights and all those things, but it's just being aware of other people, and, you know, kiddos getting to school once we hit around 7 o'clock this morning, so be careful.
Keep those headlights on, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Please. We have a lot to get to this morning. Hypothetical Thursday. We'll be asking each other hypothetical questions. We'll do that starting just after 7 a.m. Lots of Halloween stuff. Talking about candy. Talking about Jason Voorhees. Talking to Office Cora. She's back after a couple weeks off.
I spoke with her yesterday. She's very excited to talk to us.
We will get to her just after 8 a.m., find out what she's up to this weekend in the 715, see if she's got a hypothetical question for us. I'm sure she does. And, of course, if you want to be a part of the program, you can go to rockmornings.com and find all our contact info there. Download the 95.7 The Rock app or the 92.9 The X app and get in touch with us with voicemails, images, videos. Right now, the streaming is not working on the 95.7 The Rock app. It is streaming, however, on the 92.9 The X app. So if you want to listen to the program there,
you
can download the app and stream it there. You can listen to it online at rockmornings.com. I'm not sure if that stream's working, but streaming issues, maybe fog related.
Spooky.
Yeah, lots of people. T-Stat wondering if the app was down or if it was just me. The app is down. Same with Doc. Same with Dean. We found Dean.
Oh, he crawled out of his
his Dodger hole bright and early at 3:30 this morning. Said Jay's made it interesting. Still wearing my Brooklyn Dodgers throwback hat today. Dodgers in 7. God, I can't wait for the Dodgers to lose and Dean to go back in his hole.
Stop. I love Dean. 6-1, though, last night. Is that the deal?
Yeah, we'll get to more sports here in a bit, obviously. Talk about Game 5 of the World Series, all sorts of other stuff. And as I mentioned, if you want to get in touch with us, please find all our contact info at rockmornings.com or download those two apps and get in touch with us that way.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Wake up! Don't want to sleep through your big day.
Big day?
I don't want to wake up.
Oh, cheer up. It's almost Halloween.
When is it?
Tomorrow. That's my favorite holiday.
We love Halloween.
Look at us. We're doing it.
This is a lot of nonsense.
The show's about ready to stop. It's showtime.
Oh, yes. Halloween tomorrow. We'll be waking up with visions of Twix and
full-size
Kit
candy
Kats
bars.
and full-size candy bars dancing in our heads. Halloween. Decorations have been out for a long time, lighting up the neighborhood, making things look spooky with the fog rolling in. Candy's in the bucket ready. I got the beers in the fridge yesterday, so they'll be nice and cold for the parents when they're coming around. Ice cold refreshments at our place. We like to do that.
How long does Fireball last in the cupboard? Forever?
Forever.
Okay. Because I think we got one of those trick-or-treat tubs last year.
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
With the little
multiple shooters. Yeah.
that. And went through about, I don't know, maybe a little bit more.
So you guys pass out shooters?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
nothing wrong with that. I did not know that that's what you guys did.
Grown-ups.
Well, duh. Obviously, I'm not saying you hand them out to kids.
But yeah, we have some left from last year. I assumed they lasted forever, but
now that we no longer do our annual backyard barbecue in August, we are
less beverages,
running low on beers that get left at our house. We don't host as many parties as we used to at our place, so the leftover beers that we don't want to drink
in the coolers
are running in short supply. So may have to go and get some at some point.
So I'm looking at the forecast for tomorrow around 5 o'clock. It looks like 50-ish. 6 o'clock, 48. Right. So not too bad. Not
manageable.
Windy either. The wind's going to be very mild, if at all, and there's no precipitation in the forecast for trick-or-treat hours tomorrow. So very manageable.
Wow.
Parents.
Speaking of the forecast and the hurricane and the Jesus. Did you watch any of the videos or see any of the aerial footage and all that stuff? The destruction? Unbelievable.
The hospitals is what's just
there's no buildings. I mean, everything's gone. It's crazy. Hurricane Melissa leaving dozens of people dead. Widespread destruction across Jamaica, Haiti, and Cuba as it continues to threaten the Bahamas and Bermuda. The storm is bringing, of course, damaging winds, flooding rains, dangerous storm surge to the Bahamas. That was last night. Melissa made landfall over eastern Cuba early yesterday near the city of Chibarico as an extremely dangerous Category 3. So it did die down by the time it got to Cuba, but it's still just, I mean, you just look at the destruction in its path.
Well, that Black River, the Jamaican port town that's, centuries old, very historic, is just completely destroyed. 23 people have passed. They are looking for at least 20 others that are missing, including 10 children, by the way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the satellite imagery of that area, the before and after, I mean, there's, like you said, there's nothing left. There's just nothing left.
U.S. State Department said it was going to send a regional disaster assist response team to the region, as well as a U.S.-based urban search and rescue team or two. One former and two current U.S. officials said yesterday that this response was delayed due to the government shutdown, however.
185-mile-an-hour winds when it came ashore.
Yeah. I watched several videos. I mean, the trees are just getting ripped apart, roof coming off. I mean, just water surging everywhere. It's incredible. 16
feet of storm surge engulfing at least this area that I'm talking about in particular when it came ashore at Black River. 16 feet, right?
Did you watch the Poop Cruise special on Netflix?
No. I know what you're talking about.
The ship that basically died out in the middle of the ocean and, like, they couldn't get it going. Had to wait and finally, and, like, the toilets were overflowing and there was poop everywhere. And they opened the bar because it was the only thing they could do to try to satisfy the customers and yada, yada, yada. That's not the only situation. I mean, we remember vividly when COVID first hit, when it really first hit, and was coming to the U.S., there was that cruise ship where they got anchored, like... They were just a mile off of the coast.
Miami.
They could see the coast essentially, and they made them stay out there because there was so much COVID on the boat, and they didn't want to come on shore. There's no shortage of other stories about cruise ships and disasters. The guy that went overboard going after his daughter in the water. Add this to the list. This is another one.
Terrible, or this is good?
Oh, bad, very bad. Not getting. I didn't want to get on a cruise ship. Don't get me wrong. The commercials look enticing. I have a lot of friends who go on cruises. And they
love it.
They rave about it, the food and the drinks and the pools and all the activities and all that. But, dude, you ain't getting me on a ship. A cruise ship left behind a passenger on an island in Australia, and she was later found dead.
Like, how long was she on the island?
ABC Australia said a search was launched on Saturday night after the 80-year-old woman was reported missing hours after the Coral Adventurer ship visited Lizard Island. Her body was reportedly found on Sunday. Woman was in a group on a hiking tour of the island, did not return to the ship. The group was hiking the island's highest peak. So this is like one of these uninhabited islands, right? Where there's not like
a lot of lizards and a lot of
a hiking trail, nature, all that stuff. So you're docking and you're probably taking some sort of smaller boat over there. And
so
then
she's not going to another resort, is what you're saying.
Right.
Not walking up and
not
saying,
in a town where there's bars and restaurants and people and hospitals.
It's an island.
The group hiking to the island's highest peak when the woman reportedly said she needed to stop and turn back. The group continued without her, believing she was headed back to the ship. Hours after the rest of the group got back, however, they realized she was not on board. Emergency services called when the crew was notified that the woman was not on the ship. The woman traveling solo on the Coral Expeditions cruise as part of a 60-day voyage. 60 days. Police investigating whether death is being treated as sudden and non-suspicious.
You got to have a partner. You got to have a buddy. Everybody has to have a buddy system. Don't they know the buddy system? Even if you're traveling alone, there's got to be like a... you check to make sure so-and-so's on here. If it's the person in the cab, the people in the cabin next to you, there's got to be a buddy system. Come on. That's basic.
The body of Suzanne Rees, who was 80 years old, was found by the rescue workers on Lizard Island on the Great Barrier Reef. The day before was hiking, obviously. Her daughter, Catherine, said she was shocked and saddened that the coral adventurer left, quote, without my mom.
Yeah.
Described her as healthy, active, a keen gardener, and bushwalker. So this is an 80-year-old woman who, like your mom...
You don't go on an
right.
this without being in shape.
Like your mom is active and one of those seniors that's going to do it her damn self and doesn't need anybody's help. But
well, there's 120 guests on board and 46 crew. So, I mean, the ratio is pretty good, 1-to-1, right? And it's one of your, like you said, remote areas of Australia's coast.
Well, and if you watch any of these documentaries about the cruise ship, they're very clandestine in the way that they release information, right? They don't want to ruin the industry by letting people know that deaths and robberies and terrorists and all this stuff happen.
I would think there'd be tech to stop this from happening. Some sort of like bracelet or scanning
Taylor Swift,
thing.
right?
You're in the to get back on the boat,
like
so they make sure they have all their passengers.
They got them at Chuck E. Cheese. Can we get them on the cruise ships?
Yes.
She said, from what little we've been told, it seems that there was a failure of care and common sense, and an investigation is now underway. But yeah, again, add it to the list of things I'm never going to do, and that's get on a cruise ship. No effing thanks. Yeah, maybe like a fob. Maybe they have it. I don't know. I've never been on a cruise, so somebody who's been on a cruise, maybe they could tell us. But
well, you scan in, and so they go, okay, we've got all 120.
Well, it's like the same thing with that.
Linda's not here.
There was that one with the other cruise documentary where the woman got left behind. And the parents think that she's alive, and they were getting these phone calls, and they thought she got, put in the sex trade, on this island or whatever. But the cruise ship had already, and the cruise ship is like, look, we got 2,000 other people on board. We can't turn around for one person. I'm
sure that they have some sort of tech, and it feels like it just failed. I guess she died doing what she loved.
Well, yeah, and it sounds like when you say sudden and unexpected death, it sounds like either she had a heart attack or maybe she fell to her death or medical emergency, as opposed to they forgot her and she died weeks later because she didn't have any food or water.
Right, out of heat and starvation,
yeah.
But still, it's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
So, yeah, add...
tens of thousands of dollars, I'm sure. You don't go on a 60-day adventure across the world without it costing lots of money.
Lots of money. As we mentioned, World Series Game 5 last night. We will talk about that after Guns N' Roses.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Fun Size Candy Bars, because there's nothing more fun than eating 10 of them and telling yourself that since they were small, those calories don't really count.
I do that all the time. 7 fun-size Twix? That's not even a full Twix. It's like 3 of them.
I walked by our coworker who has a little bowl yesterday in the back, and I had my very first peanut butter ghost. So it's not the Reese's peanut butter. Yeah. It's not a cup. It's shaped like a ghost.
The mix is off.
The mix
is
off. But there's more. But he's also got a big belly because he's.
Yeah. So there's more chocolate.
So there's more all butter. Of the things.
Yeah, I like that.
And I was like, "How do you do this?" And
that's why I like the different shapes, because it mixes up the ratio.
You don't know what you're going to get. It's a little surprise. Well, I said, "How do you do this?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's a problem with the big thing of chocolate on her desk."
Game 5, World Series last night.
Tell me about it.
Pitch number 1.
How about Davis Schneider leading off in a World Series game? He is going to be up first tonight with Blake Snell on the mound. Game 5 is underway with a fly ball to deep left. Gone!
Davis Schneider, and the Blue Jays take the lead in the first. Welcome to Game 5.
Davis Schneider into George Springer's shoes and doing a great impression. How about that? Ready for a first pitch fastball and an ambush to start Game 5 with a bang. First home run of the postseason for Davis Schneider, who's just 3 for 16 in the playoffs, but he is the latest guy to step into a role for Toronto and come through.
The first pitch of the game, David Schneider hits one out. 2 pitches later, Vlad Guerrero hits one out. Back-to-back homers for the Blue Jays, and they just kept on going. Their rookie pitcher, by the way, helped him out mightily. Rookie pitcher Trey Savage.
The Dodgers, this is what you're talking about?
No, Toronto. The Toronto rookie pitcher Trey Savage struck out 12 batters over 7 innings while giving up only 3 hits without issuing a walk. He set the rookie mark for strikeouts in a World Series game, passing Don Newcomb's 11 strikeouts, which was set back in 1949. The final score 6-1. Blue Jays with a 3-2 series lead in Game 6.
Where's Snell? Where's
Snell just pitched. Ohtani, we'll see where he's gonna fall. Game 6 tomorrow night, 7:00 on Fox, with the Dodgers now in Toronto and having to win 2 games north of the border in order to take the series.
This is so good.
Yeah. Eat that, Dean.
Dean. I like that you're here. Fly your flag.
Week 9 of the NFL kicking off tonight at 7:15 on Prime with the Ravens at the Dolphins. Bears are in Cincinnati taking on the Bengals on Sunday at noon, who might be without Joe Flacco. Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco in jeopardy of missing the game on Sunday because the Bears are against the Bears because of a sprained AC joint in his throwing shoulder. Flacco suffering the injury late in this past Sunday's loss to the Jets. He went to the locker room momentarily, but returned to finish the game. If he can't play, then the Bengals will go back to Jake Browning. He started 3 games this season after Joe Burrow suffered a turf toe injury way back in week 2. Didn't do very well. Elsewhere in the NFC North, the Vikings will be in Detroit on Sunday at noon, and the Packers, of course, welcome in the Panthers on Sunday at noon as well. Bucks off last night. They're at home against Golden State. The Warriors, Steph Curry, 7:00 tonight on NBA TV. People on the internet very mad about Giannis. He took about 19 steps. It's might be one of the most egregious travels I've ever seen in the history of the NBA.
For the game the other night.
Now, look, he's a big, long, lengthy guy.
Yes, he sure is.
He only needs about 2 steps to get to the basket from the three-point line, but he took 5 steps without dribbling. And they didn't call it travel, and everybody on the internet is pissed. Mad? It's blatantly obvious, too. I mean, it's wide open there. It's not one of those things where you shuffle your feet and you don't really... I mean, it's like long strides.
Like he might as well have been walking a...
Yes, and he just had the ball in his hands the whole time.
Made for walking.
He was carrying it like a purse. Yeah, people on the internet are mad. Stars are going to get calls. That happens all the time. LeBron gets them. Steph Curry gets them. People get them. It was funny, though, because the video, they slow it down, and you're like, 1, 2,
I'm going to go get a snack.
And then at 3, you're like, okay, he's got to go up with the ball. 4. Yeah. Elsewhere in the NBA, Heat guard Terry Rozier will not be paid while on leave of absence because of his arrest on federal charges relating to that gambling scheme. Also, Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups will not be paid while on leave. Which is... I
would think not. I mean, I guess, how do you... you're under arrest and...
Yeah, federal
investigation.
Charges. We're not talking about a DUI or, one of those things.
Yeah.
Minnesota Twins hiring former Pittsburgh Pirates manager Derek Shelton to be the team's new manager. Shelton, who was fired back in May when the Pirates quickly slipped into last place in the NL Central, will replace Rocco Baldelli, who was fired by Minnesota in September. And Lions edge rusher Aiden Hutchinson signing a 4-year, $180 million extension that includes $141 million guaranteed. His $45 million average salary trails only the Packers' Micah Parsons among non-quarterbacks in the NFL. He's getting paid in the shade.
Did you hear about the Sunday Night Football worker who fell on Sunday? The Packers-Steelers game?
No. In the stadium?
Yeah.
Oof.
Apparently he was a contractor working on the scoreboard at the time and fell 50 feet from the main scoreboard to a mid-level catwalk area Rescue, obviously, with medics and firefighters stabilizing him. He's in critical condition with the severe injuries to his lower extremities.
So that, and then the night later, the Penguins fan fell in the arena.
Yeah, so this guy wasn't apparently part of the Sunday Night Football crew. He was a contractor for the stadium itself, apparently, working on the scoreboard. He was transported to the hospital. He remains in critical condition.
For those of you texting in earlier, the app is back up and running when it comes to streaming. So thank you very much for letting us know. And you can now stream with the app.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
There's Baxter the Beagle in the tiny shark fin. Luna the lab's got her tutu again. Bella the pug's dressed as a bumblebee. Look at me. Look at... Okay, let's be honest. Your dog doesn't care. You're not doing this for them. You just wanted to post it on Instagram.
Yes, that much is pretty obvious.
What?
Animals don't like costumes. You speak from experience.
My dogs do not, no.
A new poll found that 1 out of every 6 Americans are truly delusional. 16% of people, 1 out of every 6, think pets actually enjoy dressing up for Halloween.
Now, I've told you, I follow a golden retriever on the gram that...
Costumes all the time.
And couldn't be... Tail wet, big smile.
But that's the disposition of the majority of golden retrievers out there, right?
No, but I mean, she really, she doesn't sit like mine does, where it's like I have a sad hat.
Because you're doing it...
She's like
once every couple of months, and there's
wings.
Right,
they glow.
I think that is it's a training tool, right? I mean, it's the same thing as anything. You teach the dog to love something, and it loves it. But if you're shaming them and laughing at them and doing it only once in a while,
shame them and laugh at them. I want them to look cute, but they don't.
40% of people say they think the dog or cat like it, or at least don't mind. The poll did not distinguish between cats or dogs, by the way. Obviously, dogs tend to be a little more receptive when it comes to outfits. Don't seem to care all that much. 16% of people think their pets like or love dressing up. 25%.
Love? Okay.
Yeah, 24% think they are more meh about it, and 45% said they don't like it. 15% said they weren't sure.
Do you have costumes for this year for them?
We don't do a yearly thing. I mean, we put Remy in a Christmas thing because we had just gotten her last year, like a little Santa thing with a hat. She didn't care all that much. She was just happy to...
Because she was a puppy.
Yeah, she was just, I mean... we put her in a costume before. She didn't seem to, when we would put something on our old boxer, Ali, she would bounce around and try to, get out of it. Like, she thought if she just jumped a bunch of times, she would get out of it. She didn't seem to like it too much. Maggie was older and didn't seem to care about much of anything other than what time it was,
Food.
to go out and what time it was to eat. Fenway just sort of suffers through it. There's nothing she could do. She's little, so she just sort of lays there and is like, okay, do your worst.
If you have costumes and you've dressed up your animals, send those pictures to us. I want to see them. 95.7 The Rock or 92.9 The X apps. You can download those, and there's a submit button right there for photos or videos. You can also leave us a voicemail. But we've got a pumpkin costume for Junie, the golden retriever. So she's a big pumpkin with a little stem on her head.
Yep, the stem hat. Yep.
And then we have a panda and a bumblebee costume for Otis.
We've got a drawer full of old costumes, and we just sort of have them. And if we feel obliged, we might put them on the dogs. But
the bumblebee, in my opinion, is cuter, but it actually has sleeves as opposed to just going around the. And then the kitten. Ruth, we had it as she's a pumpkin latte, but the king, the 17-year-old cat, he don't play. We don't even know. He does. He's like, get out of here.
Cricket's friendly enough that I've been able to get a shirt or a sweater on him.
Yeah, Ruth is the little one. She's a pumpkin latte.
He doesn't shut down. He'll.
The king, you don't mess with him.
Thursday night football kicking off tonight on Prime. Dolphins hosting the Ravens. Meanwhile, on Netflix today, it's the 4th season premiere of The Witcher.
Geralt, you spent a lifetime battling monsters and men. Your entire being is dedicated to finding someone Oh, you fear you fail. You're Siri.
Always lost, never found.
She's not who she says she is.
One of us are.
We are joining Geralt across the continent to reclaim her.
What a company I've ended up with.
There's a new Geralt. It's Liam Hemsworth. He takes over for Henry Cavill in the starring role of Geralt in The Witcher on Netflix. Lawrence Fishburne also joining the cast as a powerful vampire ally. The Witcher Season 4 premiere on Netflix today. Meanwhile, the streaming premiere of Jurassic World Rebirth on Peacock today. ScarJo and Mahershala Ali team up and lead a bunch of people to gather DNA from a research facility that was used for the original Jurassic Park. And guess what?
What, dinosaurs?
You're never going to believe what happens.
I won't?
I suppose it's like any series. When are they going to go to space? When are the dinosaurs going to go to... Because at some point, everybody goes to space.
Ghostbusters. There's always ghosts.
Jason goes to space.
Mm-hmm.
Pinhead went to space.
This time, the dinosaurs are going to be just fine.
Yeah. Also on TV tonight, new episodes of 911, Law and Order Matlock, 911 Nashville, Law and Order SVU, Elsbeth, and Grey's Anatomy. Fallon is in a repeat tonight, so no new show from Fallon. Kimmel's New with Morgan Freeman as his guest. Anthony Hopkins, Sir Anthony Hopkins, going to be on with Stephen Colbert. And Seth Meyers is new with Emma Stone and Florence Welch. That's what's on your boob tube. Obviously, lots of horror movies out there that you can watch.
Mm-hmm.
Friday the 13th, certainly one of them. No shortage of those. And if you want to work out with Jason, you're in luck.
What do you mean?
So, I don't know if you saw this, but the Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th universe teamed up with a hard cider this year.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
To put out some cans
and they had like
different
collectible
themes.
cans, and they sold out like that.
Yeah, of course they did.
Yes.
And if I enjoyed cider, I would probably buy those or try to track them down, but I don't drink ciders.
Uh-huh.
Now Voorhees is teaming up with Peloton, the bicycle people. Peloton members can now choose from one of 3 official Friday the 13th themed classes that are currently available where users pedal to survive Jason Voorhees and Camp Crystal Lake.
So you just go faster because he's after you.
Peloton instructors have turned into camp counselors to guide members through high-intensity classes where rumors about Jason's next victims run rampant. It's a 30-minute bike ride, a 30-minute boot camp, and a 10-minute meditation. Yeah, that's what I want to do when I'm getting chased by a murderer with a machete is have a 10-minute Om session. The meditation focuses on breathing techniques, facing your demons, and finding calm.
Is he trying to kill me?
I don't know. I don't have a friggin' Peloton. I don't know. These people are dorks.
Well,
little indoor bike dorks.
Like, it's just a reason to go faster, but
like you don't get enough bikes outside. You got to bring it inside and do your dorky biking inside.
I feel like this is a teenager's deciding to have sex, or she takes a shower. This just sounds like a bad idea. He's after you, and you're going to meditate.
Yeah, don't F by my lake. Rule number 1. Also, this is the only cool thing about this: an exclusive shirt with Jason and the Peloton logo. Even can you scrape off the Peloton logo, get the exclusive Jason shirt? But Jason and Peloton teaming up for themed classes this Halloween. I've watched a lot of Jason movies, all of them, in fact. If you get on a bike or in a car, you can get away from him. I mean, eventually he'll walk fast enough, he'll catch up to you if you stop somewhere. But yeah, I don't know how you can't get away from him on your little Peloton bike.
No, you can't. Unavailable near you. That's the Angry Orchard Thriller Hard Cider Variety Pack you're talking about. Unavailable near us.
Yeah, sold out, I think, right? You probably get them on eBay.
I think there's some available now because it doesn't say that anymore, but then you put in any of our zip codes and it's like, yeah, no thanks.
Gotcha.
Can't do it. Berry Bewitched and Headless Pumpkin and all that, but it's no nearby options for us.
I got my artsy fartsy girl working on our shadow box for all of our Camp Crystal Lake stuff that we had. Mm-hmm. Excited to see the outcome on that one. Excited. But yeah, if you're a Peloton dork and you want to have a Jason Voorhees themed workout, you're in luck. After you get away from him, you can meditate for 10 minutes and he'll catch up and slash your head off. It's
like putting the knife down. It's like Jamie, you know? It's like one of those things. Like, why would you put it? I killed him. No, probably
not. She's not the knife girl. It was out of necessity. That much like the coat hanger, you know? She's not like going around hitting people with coat hangers all the time.
He's dead. No, probably not.
You hope.
Are you dressing up for handing out candy tomorrow night?
I've got like a blood-splattered suit that I got from the Opposutes website that I tend to wear. It's a little more comfortable than an outfit. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably rock that. I've got a Jason T-shirt that I'll wear underneath it. No mask.
No mask.
The kids get creeped out enough with the skeletons in the yard, so I don't need any extra help with that. So no.
Because we've got a couple of those masks over there. No.
Not going to do that.
Wife?
No.
Dressing up?
Have you listened to anything I've said here in the studio the last hour? When we're off air.
She's not dressing up.
Have you been paying attention? I know your back's hurting you today, but is your brain hurting too? Is it not working?
Not dressing up.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Halloween costumes. I'm going as a mythical creature no one's ever seen before. A sexy morning radio DJ.
Hey.
What?
What the hell's that all about?
I don't know.
Dick move. What the hell, man? Rock Mornings, Brian and Gene. Careful out there with the fog. Keep those headlights on.
Very foggy. I mean, not just kind of foggy, very foggy. But looking ahead for Halloween and trick-or-treating with the kiddos, about 50 at trick-or-treat time. No precipitation and shouldn't be very windy. So crunchy leaves and okay. 50's okay. Starting at about 5 o'clock.
This might be one of my favorite stories of all time. At least for the moment. I saw it this morning and I just was delighted. It put a smile on my face. I don't typically smile, but I was very smiley this morning here in the studio. The actor who played Mr. Frodo, a.k.a. Elijah Wood, crashed a wedding that was being held in the Shire where they filmed
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. Apparently,
so some dorks are getting married in there.
Yes, a couple of huge dorks, Lord of the Rings dorks. Probably have the ring inscribed, just like all the dorky, even the groom dressed up in his dork.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, his dork hobbit outfit, all dorked out. Yeah, oh yeah. Probably had his furry feet out and all that stuff, and his janky toenails. I don't know. I have no idea, but she looked lovely in her dress. They're standing in front of the round door in the Shire and the green and all that stuff. And then who shows up but Mr. effing Frodo himself, Elijah Wood?
Come on, Mr. Frodo. I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you. Come on.
Oh, my God. Dressed up in a little windbreaker and a pair of jeans. He's so cute and little, too, right? Mr. Frodo.
And then they took pictures with the bride and groom.
Yeah. Some photographer ran over and hugged him right away. She's like, I'm getting my hug in before anybody else. Yeah. Lord of the Rings film trilogy. Frodo Baggins, Elijah Wood, returning to the Shire, located in New Zealand's Waikato region. Popular wedding location. One lucky couple there.
Unforgettable wedding.
Having a wedding. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, the setting is beautiful. And if you're into the films and all that stuff, you can just basically say, we had the greatest wedding of all time. Put a big smile on my face this morning, seeing Mr. Frodo show up and...
Oh, yeah. Total dorks.
Be a part of... Oh, yeah.
You're right. It's absolutely
and
stunning.
All the guests, look at all the guests. All the guests are dressed up like hobbits and stuff. They're all wearing hobbit gear and
you got to embrace it.
Well, look at the groomsmen. The groomsmen are wearing the little short pants and their feet are all exposed and everything. Oh yeah, it's a scene, man. You're not going to go and have a regular ass wedding at the Shire if you're that into it, right?
It's at the door in the hill, and the bride looks absolutely stunning. And the guy's wearing like sandals and some knickers.
And then he runs away because he's like, I got to get out of here before everybody wants to get a selfie with me.
Boy, that guy's like half the size of regular people, isn't he?
Yeah, I told you, he's
teeny.
That's why Samwise was able to carry him.
It's tiny.
Elsewhere, in the good news category, a family in Australia found a message in a bottle that was tossed into the ocean over a century ago. 2 letters written by soldiers who were shipped out for World War I.
Get out.
They were dated 1916, 109 years ago.
Are they able to find relatives? Is this where this is going or no?
They apparently tossed the bottle off their ship after they left for Europe. One of them survived the war. The other one didn't. The couple who found the bottle tracked down family members of both men and got the letters back to them.
She picked it up and said, "Oh, Dad, this bottle's pretty cool. It's very thick glass and it's got messages in it. We better take it home." We're very emotional about it because, unfortunately, Malcolm lost his life in the war a year later. It's very emotional, but we're also very excited that we found it because we've made it into something really special for the family.
Deborah Brown said she and her family cleaning up along the shoreline. Daughter found the bottle, letters from Malcolm Alexander Neville and William Kirk Harley, soldiers serving in World War I back in 1916. Neville's letter showed where that he came from South Australia. Brown able to use Facebook to contact Herbie Neville, the soldier's great-nephew. This guy was 28 years old when he was killed in action in France just a few months after writing his message. Herbie Neville never knew of his great-uncle until Malcolm, his great-uncle Malcolm, until stories he heard from his aunt, who is now 101 years old. Yeah. Brown was also able to contact the family members of the other soldier, Harley, who later returned home from war. Ann Turner, the granddaughter of this guy, said, "We were all absolutely stunned. There are 5 grandchildren who are still alive. We are all in constant contact since it happened. We just can't believe it."
I can't believe it. So that bottle's been bobbing around in the ocean for 100 years or whatever. I mean...
Well, they think that the University of Western Australia coastal oceanography professor said it's possible the bottle containing the messages was only in the water for a couple of weeks after being launched.
Because it was stuck or something?
It probably would have been a few weeks. It could have been a month before it actually got to Wharton Beach. Once it got to the beach, it could have stayed there and got buried in the sand.
Oh, they found it, like, kind of stuck in...
Yeah, they were cleaning up the beach.
Oh, so
it wasn't
really
like it washed up. It could have, but...
Could have been buried there for... Well, still. I mean, I guess...
Yeah. Last but not least, 12-year-old boy, this is in Wales, grew out his hair for years so that he could donate it to a charity called Little Princess Trust. This is a charity in the UK, obviously, that makes wigs for kids who are going through chemo. Says that classmates teased him mercilessly while he was growing his hair out.
What?
Calling him Goldilocks. But it didn't deter him from his mission.
Teasing in school, just a lot of name calling. They've all said, like, almost like they're sorry and they should have thought what they were doing. And, yeah, they were very shocked that my hair was gone.
Kid's name is Jack.
He couldn't just say, "I'm going to grow it out to donate it."
I think he probably did. And, dude, kids are mean.
I know.
Kids are mean.
I know.
They're always going to be mean. They're never going to be nice.
I taunt you.
12 inches from his blonde curly hair to the Little Princess Trust. Said there was a lot of teasing in school, name calling, but they've all said now they're sorry. They were very shocked that my hair was gone. Well, yeah, he walks in one day and it's like, where'd the hair go? When I decided to cut my hair, my mom brought up the charity called the Little Princess Trust, and I thought that was a really nice thing to do. 20 years since it was founded by the parents of a 5-year-old named Hannah who had lost her hair due to a type of childhood kidney cancer.
I bet.
Yeah, Wilms tumor.
Yes.
Hannah passed away from her illness, but during her treatment, her parents noticed how much the loss of her hair had affected her confidence. And so they started this charity, and this kid donated all that hair after growing it and being teased by his classmates.
By the way, that charity,
the Princess Trust,
in 20 years, more than 19,000 children and young people under 24 have received hair, and there's been funding as well. Donations going to research and treatments for childhood cancers.
Pretty impactful.
Now, ain't calling them Goldilocks now, are you?
Mm-mm. We got candy. I'm eating it. I know you are. We're going to talk a little bit more about candy here in just a couple minutes.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings.
It's the season. Today's the day. Candy corn is on the way. Couldn't wait for it to get here. Everybody, sing with me. If you love it, say Bronx candy corn. Bronx candy corn. If you love it like me, just help me sing. Bronx candy corn. Bronx candy corn.
Yes, that is a real song from Brock's, the people who make candy corn, on National Candy Corn Day.
When I was little.
It's also Haunted Refrigerator Night.
What the hell does that mean?
I think it has to do with the food in your fridge and the candy that's on its way. Similar to cleaning out your fridge before Thanksgiving. Something like. National Text Your Ex Day.
Probably don't do that.
Maybe not.
Wait till 2 in the morning.
Also National Treat Your Pet Day, just not with candy. Very bad. Very bad for the pets.
It is.
But a nice little...
Chew bone, the little
chewy bone,
minties.
Little something like that.
Ice cream cups.
DoorDash, Instacart, both releasing reports on our Halloween candy buying preferences. A few similarities, few differences, no big surprise. Both lists have Reese's Peanut Butter Cups as the number one Halloween candy.
Two
great tastes that taste great together.
Yeah, Reese's Peanut Butter
You
Cups.
can't come after it. It's always number one on every list.
That is followed by M&M's.
The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
That is on both lists as number 1 and 2. Hershey's Milk Chocolate made the top 10 on both lists. So did Snickers.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Kit Kat, Twix.
Try both.
Try both. And Sour Patch Kids.
First they're sour. Then they're sweet.
On DoorDash, people are also ordering Skittles.
Taste the rainbow.
And Nerds.
Yeah,
and Airheads.
The gummy cluster nerds are
On
very
Instacart,
happy.
people order Milky Way and Haribo Gold Bears. DoorDash's map, of the number one Halloween candy in each state has the West most likely to pick Snickers and Red Vines. The Midwest, Peanut Butter Cups, Twizzlers, Laffy Taffy. By the way, Peanut Butter Cups, not number one in Wisconsin. Or
wow, that surprises me. It's always number one.
Yeah.
What is number one?
Twizzlers Twists in Wisconsin, according to according to DoorDash, their map of the number one candies. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups representing strongly all across the country, including New England, where they get Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. A lot right there in the mid-eastern section of the states there, above Florida and Georgia, but sort of below New England. A lot of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, but in Wisconsin, Indiana, it's Twizzlers. Very strange. Minnesota, it's Laffy Taffy. You people are even worse. The South enjoying Sweet Smiles brand candy like Trolley and Skittles. Northeast likes a little bit of everything, including some Airheads and Sour Patch Kids. Obviously, also those Peanut Butter Cups. Instacart map of the number one Halloween candy in each and every state. The West is more likely to pick up Almond Joys and peanut M&Ms. Yeah. By the way, on the DoorDash map, 0 states linked to candy corns, even though it's National Candy Corn Day.
Well, and you were talking the other day about how candy is so expensive this year. Cocoa.
Well, chocolate is expensive, so people are going more of the fruity stuff.
Yeah, so the cheapest Halloween candies and how to shop smart. You don't want to be these people.
Shop smart, shop S-Smart.
Mini Tootsie Rolls, Smarties, Sweet Tart Rolls, Dum Dums, bulk hard candy mixes, store brand gummies. Do you want to be the person handing out store brand gummies?
No, don't be that person. Look, it's okay to splurge once in a while. I get it. Things are crazy right now.
If you can, and I get it. Tootsie Rolls are better than nothing. But also it says, by the way, if you want to save money, would you ever do this? Buy Halloween candy like this weekend for next year.
Well, yeah, it's cheap.
You would do that?
I'm not doing it, but I understand why people would. My wife actually said to me last night, we watched a movie. I forget what it's on.
Gosh,
it's on a streaming service, but it's basically a movie that's shot in the spirit Halloween. You know, they're
yes.
Christopher Lloyd's in it. and these kids break into the Spirit Halloween after it's closed, and then his soul shows up and is trying to kill one of them and take their body and yada yada. And it's not super creepy. It's more meant for teenagers. But yeah, it's a weird Spirit Halloween. And so my wife, while we're watching it, said, I wonder if they do a day after Halloween sale.
Oh, I'm sure they probably do, don't you think?
I said, I don't know, maybe. Wouldn't hurt to go up there and check it out.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea, and obviously it saves money. I can't see myself buying candy this weekend.
I would never keep it. I would never keep it.
Right. Put it in the basement and hide it from myself until next Halloween so I remember I saved money.
So, by the way, the DoorDash map says that in Wisconsin, in the Wisconsin and what is it, Illinois, it was Twizzlers, number one. The Instacart says that it's the Chasseur Dark Chocolate, and that's in Wisconsin and Minnesota. That's the number one candy. Have you seen these things? They're like the little...
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Look at these things. Get your broken back over here. This thing. It's like the...
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
Chauceur. Chasseur, I think is how you pronounce that. That's the Instacart map. Number one candy. Halloween candy. I don't know who they're talking to, but...
I don't know. They have one customer at Instacart that's ordering
Is that what's going on?
I think so.
Like 5 people skewed the average?
Yeah, and it's all going to one house where they're weirdos. That's what's happening.
It's candy time, bitches. Enjoy some candy. Halloween is here. I may have to pick up another bag today. So I told you we bought 3 bags. 1 bag went in the bucket. The other 2 are still waiting to be opened. That first bag is almost gone. The 2 of us have put a dent in it.
I did buy the second bag of candies we don't really like as much, so I knew that we wouldn't touch it.
That's a smart
it's still
play.
good stuff. It's the Skittles and the Starburst and stuff like that, but it was like, that's not as appealing as the chocolates.
I'm not going to want to eat it, but the kids will take it because
oh, yeah, they love
care?
the Skittles, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not cheaping out on candy. I don't want to be, you don't want to be that house. Right? Especially not with the display we have. I mean, we're the Halloween house in town.
You have a reputation, Brian, that people are talking about for sure
people
in your
talk about
neighborhood.
me, Gene.
It's that guy. He's got a ramp and a riding lawnmower. Did you see him over there?
Wait till I get it. Wait till I get it in the front yard. Wait till I get it in the front yard. I haven't gotten it in the front yard. Well, I got all the stuff out in the front yard, so I haven't had the riding lawnmower in the front yard.
Look at that.
I'm gonna get a horn for it. So when I used to plow, I've got a light that I put on the top of my plow truck, one of those orange lights. I'm gonna put that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that on there.
Yeah, why don't you go buy school supplies and hand out erasers tonight or something, pencils with your big ass display and your riding lawnmower.
What's worse, the
toothbrushes,
the dental care stuff, or the school supply stuff? I would say the dental care stuff because kids always. Well, as a parent, you're like, hell yeah, free pencils.
Well, you're like, hell yeah, free toothbrushes too, as a parent. But I don't know.
As a kid, though, you're probably like, these both suck. We're egging everybody's
That's
house.
what I'm saying. You're getting TP'd tonight.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find the daily podcast at rockmornings.com.
Hello, Morgan Freeman here with a Halloween tip. Trick-or-treaters love candy, but they also love reactions to their costumes. If you see a ghost, say, oh, scary. If you see a witch, say, please don't cast a spell on me. And if you see a devil, drop to your knees and say, I offer you my soul, Dark Lord, and look forward to joining you in the searing flames of hell. The look on their little faces is priceless. Happy Halloween.
Thanks, Morgan Freeman.
Mm-hmm. Everything sounds better when he says it.
Game 5 of the World Series last night. Blue Jays beat the Dodgers 6-1. They take a 3-2 series lead. Game 6 tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on Fox with the Dodgers in Toronto. Got to win 2 on the road. Week 9 in the NFL kicks off tonight on Amazon Prime with the Ravens at the Dolphins. Bears are at Cincinnati on Sunday at noon. Vikings in Detroit to take on the Lions on Sunday at noon. Packers welcome the Carolina Panthers at noon on Sunday to Lambeau.
They sure do. I was just looking at game day information about being in Green Bay on Sunday.
Bucks were off last night. They'll be at home against Golden State tonight at 7 o'clock. That game will be on NBA TV. And very funny moment yesterday from the governor of Louisiana, a Republican who goes by Jeff Landry. I don't know anything about him, but he's got a wonderful accent, and he's very upset about the situation at LSU.
Okay.
So, as you know, they just fired their head coach,
Yes.
Brian Kelly. It hasn't been good. They have high expectations. They spend a lot of money on these coaches, and that's the government budget because that's a state school, Louisiana State University. So that money is coming from taxpayers. That's not just like
some things to say about that.
That's not just like kids paying tuition type thing. Yeah. So the governor yesterday had some stuff to say in Louisiana about the head coaching search after they fired Brian Kelly.
We are not going down a failed path. And I wanted to tell you something. This is a pattern. The guy that's here now that wrote that contract cost Texas A&M $70-something million. Right now, we got a $53 million liability. We are not doing that again. And you know what? I believe that we're going to find a great coach. I mean, maybe we'll let President Trump pick it. He loves winners. You know? I'm not going to be picking the next coach. But I can promise you, we're going to pick a coach, and we're going to make sure that that coach is successful. And we're going to make sure that he's compensated properly. And we're going to put metrics on it. Because I'm tired of rewarding failure in this country. And then leaving the taxpayers on the foot, to foot the bill.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
His great accent. Oh. We're not going to put that on the taxpayers now. Yeah, very upset. Mentioning the Texas A&M contract that costs Texas A&M $77 million. They've got a $53 million liability. They got to pay that out, right? It's a contract. The guy came in, didn't do the job. They have high expectations. He said Trump wants winners. I'll let Trump pick the head coach.
So this is Brian Kelly, right? That's the guy that was fired? Is that right?
Yeah, he was the head coach. And the LSU athletic director is a guy named Scott Woodward. He oversees the football program there. However, the governor of Louisiana doesn't want Woodward making the call on the Tigers coaching search, and made that clear yesterday in a conference with the media, talking about, we got to take it out of this guy's hand. He hasn't done a good job. This is state money. It's taxpayer money. We got to get it out of this guy's hands.
Apparently that guy was a real jerk. That Brian Kelly.
Oh, yeah. People hate his guts.
I hated him,
Yeah.
guys.
Well, the funny
one
part
of the
is,
worst humans I've ever been around. That's a hell of a quote.
The funny part is, one of the funny things is that when he took the job, he did this. He went to like a basketball game down there with his family, like when they introduced him, and he showed up, and it was like he hadn't even coached the game, he hadn't even coached the practice, and then he just pretends to have a Louisiana accent when and it's like, dude, what are you doing? Bad move, can't do that. Like, you're not going to ingratiate yourself to the fans by having a...
Like, pretending to be, like, almost sort of mocking them.
Like, you can do the laissez-le bon temps roulette, but like...
Once. You can do that one time.
But you can't be, Elsewhere in sports, retired NHL center Ryan Kessler facing 2 misdemeanor charges of 4th-degree sexual conduct with a 16-year-old child. 41-year-old Kessler, in court in Michigan earlier this week, pled not guilty to the misdemeanor charges. Allegations against Kessler include sexual contact, quote, through force or coercion, and or had reason to know the victim was physically helpless. Ryan emphatically denies the allegations, is completely innocent of these charges, said his attorney. And also, we'll hear more about this from Doc tomorrow during the racing report, but Kyle Busch, NASCAR Cup Series champion, Kyle Busch and his wife Samantha recently said they were involved in a life insurance scam where they lost $8 million.
Shush up.
The Busch is releasing a video to social media saying they wanted others to avoid making the same mistake they did. RP Legal, the firm representing Kyle Busch and his wife, said in a statement that the Busch's legal complaint accuses Pacific Life and its appointed agent of designing and promoting a series of complex, indexed universal life policies as, quote, tax-free retirement plans that were then misrepresented as safe, self-funding investment vehicles. The Bushes allegedly paid more than $10.4 million in insurance premiums and lost over $8.58 million. So it can happen to anybody. Hard to feel bad for people when they've got $10 million to spend on life insurance policies. I'm trying to pay my light bill.
Isn't there like some expert, like,
don't you have a person? Why are you doing that?
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Lawyer
like,
dude, get in here, lawyer dude.
If I had money, I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
That's somebody else's gig.
I hear you. It is Hypothetical Thursday. Normally, we'd be asking each other questions. I think what I wanted to do today was wait till we get Office Cora on the phone, and we'll just sort of ask each other and get all the answers.
Yes,
when we talk to her just after 8 o'clock.
I love
that. So we'll do that when we get to Office Cora. Also, Bad News Happy. We're loaded, by the way, on Bad News. We got some real doozies today on Bad News Happy Music.
This. So it's not even Friday. What are you doing? You're bringing the thunder.
If you can stick with us or come back for Bad News, if you got to go somewhere and do something, please do. Got a text from Hank. Hank's on the Can't Stand Dean train. I love this. I'm stirring people up. I'm getting the Hornets activated.
Is this
the murder Hornets?
This is the Jays and the Dodgers thing? Is this?
I'm kicking the nest of the murder Hornets. Hank Hill texted in and said Dean should drink a bottle of maple syrup when the Blue Jays win. Little Super Troopers action, Brown Magic.
Okay, that's not a bad thing to have to do.
Dean says, I'm back to hear everything you guys have to say about the Dodgers.
He's back to hear it all?
Well,
okay.
Is he claiming that yesterday he didn't hear? Because the app was working yesterday. It just wasn't working last night into this morning.
So,
Dean,
good.
where were you yesterday after the Dodgers lost?
I told you, he had appointments or something.
He didn't have appointments. He's one of those front-runner fans. He only runs his mouth when his team's winning.
That's not true. Now you're back in Toronto for 2 more games, Dean. I
man.
feel them rubbing your hands together, feeling the magic.
Also got a text from Chris who said, F Brian Kelly, all caps.
So, he wasn't.
Nobody likes this. He may not get another head coaching gig. That might be it for him.
Are him and Fickle friends?
Dude, don't bring. They gotta. That's why I keep saying, all these schools are so willing to part with these guys because they suck so bad, and they're taking the L on the money, right? They're willing to pay out all this money to these guys with the contracts, but they just need And
they're just
Wisconsin's no, we're not.
How many games are left?
Too many. That's how many.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Weekdays, 6 to 9.
And now, Halloween tips from the elderly.
If I open the door tonight and something smells, remember, it's Halloween. Smells can be scary, too. Plus, I have a weak bladder.
This has been Halloween tips from the elderly.
Are Halloween decorations becoming too scary?
It's funny because I just saw a video about this the other night. There was a guy walking around. It was California somewhere, so but different area, different neighborhood or whatever. But
or are we just desensitized to these things?
It was like every scary character from every movie, and the doll with the blood and the knife, and it would talk. What do you want me to do? And it was like the full. And they're like, "Are kids supposed to trick or treat here?" Which you probably just would skip then, right? Like, look the other way. We're skipping that block.
New article in the New York Times asking people,
is it too scary?
Have Halloween decorations become too scary? Mentioning things like Skelly, the giant 12-foot skeleton that we have in our front yard, which, I don't know, dude, it's just big. That's really
it's a skeleton. Is it the size?
Well, and it doesn't have, look, we had the pinup skeleton things, the paper ones that
Casper,
had
the friendly ghost.
The paper ones, remember? And they had the little rivets and the arms and legs would all move and you could fold them up and put them in a box or whatever. And they were smiling, though. They had smiles and they had eyes and they were nice. You know what I mean? It wasn't this they also mention lifelike witches and demons, realistic blood and gore. Talk to some parents who have kids who like the classic Halloween imagery, pumpkins, witches, ghosts, spiders, skeletons. They feel like today's dismembered bodies, along with the moving, speaking, and gesturing props, are too disturbing. Also, neighbors who complain about decorations in their neighborhood being too violent and unsettling, right? So if you cross somebody and then they get out of whack. Some adults even admit that they have been rattled by some of the more modern decorations, although others say it's possible they were always there and just didn't notice them as much until they had their own kids and saw it through their lens.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of those clowns and the it thing, and that's just scary stuff. It's okay because it's Halloween, but I get what they're saying. It's a yard full of just gore and gruesomeness, and to each his own, but that's scary.
Well, Freddie, Michael Myers, Jason,
Scary.
Chucky, Hellraiser, those all came out in the late 70s, early 80s. I mean, that's when those movies were popular.
The Pinhead in your yard is
what's
scary.
new and fresh?
Scream was scary, right?
But that was the 90s. That came out in the 90s. I mean, we're not talking about anything from the last couple of years. We're talking about things that are, these are iconic pieces of horror.
But is it like dismembered people hanging from trees and stuff like that? Like torsos and like they're kind of
There's always a desire to go
and
bigger and better, right? Everybody wants to outdo what they did last year when they are into that stuff, when it comes to decorating. I mean, we've got a sandworm.
You're up in the neighbors.
We got a couple of big giant skellies. We got the 6-foot one this year that talks. We also have a lot of lights, you know what I mean? Like, so it's well lit in my front yard, so it's not uber creepy when you drive by. Like, there's not a lot of creep factor to that. And look, if your kid's sensitive or whatever, and you know that, I mean, you're the parent. Hopefully, you're aware of that. Then don't take them to that stuff.
Well, how about
be a parent? How about take a little personal responsibility?
That we used to know that would dig and jump out.
Yeah.
At trick or treat night out of the grave,
on the front porch. Yeah, they would be
come
there.
to life.
That's funny though.
The videos are funny. It wouldn't be funny if it was happening to me and my kids.
I don't think the skellies are scary. I just don't. I mean, they're looming because they're so tall. But, like, if you're in a car and you're driving by my driveway, that thing's way back by the house. It's not out there in the street. So I don't know. But I don't think I think you can go overboard. There's certainly some people who do. But, again, you can also avoid those places if you don't like that stuff. Mm-hmm. And you can go to Disney World instead.
Some of them are award-winning. They really are. There's some good ones.
Yeah. And
where you're driving by and you're like, those people put a lot of time and effort into it. And where do they store all that
people have
stuff?
Jesus, dude.
Where do they store it all?
What are you doing over there? Just because your back hurts doesn't give you the right to say
really
swears.
Hurts. It really, really hurts.
We almost had another one.
But seriously, where does all that stuff go? You must rent a storage unit.
Or you buy a big 10 by 12 shed and you put it in your backyard.
Get a permit.
That's why I needed the bigger shed. Stupid city and its stupid permits. Kiss my ass, dumb city. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You can't fit it all in there.
I bet they'd love to put a bike lane in my backyard instead of a shed.
Couldn't put it.
You want to hear somebody swear. Get me going on sheds and bike lanes. Anyways, I don't think things are... I mean, like, look, there are certainly some people who go a little overboard. But you can avoid that stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless it's your next door neighbor. And then you've got to be like, hey, Bob, my kids are...
in the window every night. They're trying to go to bed.
I don't know. I don't think it's all that scary. I have yet to see anything that I find all terrifying when it comes... Because you have to look at it and say, it's just pieces of plastic and lights and stuff. It's not like there's real skeletons out there. Right?
It depends.
Steve texted in and said, hey, Gene, I heard that potty mouth.
You didn't hear anything because I just said you got to store it somewhere.
Store their
stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Brandon said, people are weak. My 5-year-old loves going and pressing the buttons on the huge skeletons and witches displayed at Menards.
That's good.
The other one,
the
spirit one, they have ones now that jump at you too, like the ones that are animatronic.
And if you don't know that,
if you don't know that and you're a kid, you're might need some therapy later on in life. Dean also texted in, said, this is America, bitches, go Dodgers. I can guarantee you that no one in America other than Dodgers fans is rooting for the team from America. We hate you. You're the new Yankees, and that's what comes with
Dodgers popularity.
Also, Dean admitted to, I don't know why, that he's a Vikings fan.
Well, that's okay.
He's the worst of the worst. This guy's an all-timer.
The popularity of the Dodgers is exceptionally high, apparently.
Somebody texted in the house heading towards Blue Moon on Alaska on the left. They have like a million skeletons.
That's the one where I'm saying, where do you put all that stuff at the end of the year? Where does it all get packed up and go to?
Another house, a barn, a pole shed, I don't know. Whatever they got plenty of room for it because they got a lot of stuff in there. They got like a
storage unit.
They got like a van in the front yard, like some creepy
It's a lot of things to pack up and put away.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
8:15 on Thursdays. We're joined by the one and only Office Cora. It's been a couple of weeks. You were on vacation. Where the hell did you go?
Oh my gosh. I went on this big loop road trip where I covered 11 states and then went up into Canada all around the Great Lakes. And so it was like Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine. Then into Quebec City, over to Montreal, over to Niagara Falls, then down through
And the Canadian side of the falls. The Canadian side of the falls is the good side.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was like a painting come to life.
So this was all like hotel rooms and stuff? You were constantly
Sleeping
in a
in the
vehicle?
back of a sedan? What, a little
What happened?
four-door? What was
Yeah,
this, a
but-
hatchback?
Yeah, it
Air
was all
mattress
in a
kind of thing?
sedan. No, hotels and yeah, it was amazing.
Was there like this
How
was
long-
like
how long
points
were
of
you
interest?
stopping in each
like,
place?
Yeah.
Well, we just kind of drove through the East Coast. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Like, we stayed overnight in Maine. We stayed overnight in Vermont. We stayed overnight. Our first day, we wanted to get to Sandusky, Ohio, or bust. So that was our goal. And then we spent 3 days in Quebec, 3 days in Montreal, a night in Niagara Falls.
FYI, if you're trying to say it properly, it's Quebec.
Yes, I know. I just can't do it.
Yeah. Just say it. It's Quebec.
Quebec City.
There you go. Quebec, as opposed to Quebec.
Quebec City.
There you go.
So
you
do
got
you
it.
guys sat down with like a map and you drew a highlight and said, let's just drive this whole big route and maybe we'll see some
I
stuff?
had the whole thing be a surprise.
Oh, so this was you springing it on him, huh? Is this a big...
No. He planned the whole entire thing. All the...
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you made it back in one piece.
Me too.
That sounds like going to bury a body somewhere.
Yeah. It's a lot of gas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a lot.
Yeah. Gas is crazy. It's so weird in Canada because you have no idea how much it actually costs because it's in liters and it's in their money.
Canadian money, yeah. Which is loser money.
So
actually,
did you get some good poutine north of the border? Did you eat any poutine?
I did.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that is some good stuff.
Hell yeah. I don't understand why that's not more of a thing in Wisconsin. It is such a Wisconsin thing. Like
Gravy,
fries, cheese curds, and gravy. How can you go wrong?
Yeah. And the weird thing is, there was no roadkill at all on any of the roads in Canada.
Well, that's because they eat
As
them.
soon as we
Canadian
crossed
people
the
eat them.
border,
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
That's
was
dinner.
a dead raccoon waiting to greet me.
They got to have a snack while they wait for their free health care. You know how long it takes to get seen for a stabbing?
Quick
Yeah,
raccoon.
it's free, but they'll see you in
on
a week.
On a spit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they just cook them in the lobby of the hospital.
Oh, and Blue Jays fever has swept the country.
Yeah, let's beat those Dodgers. Office Corps, we would normally ask each other hypothetical questions before we would talk to you, but I thought we'd reserve it and sort of just toss it around all three of us today. Is that all right with you?
Ooh, I love that.
All right, so I'll go first. My hypothetical question for the two of you is, which horror movie main character do you think you could survive? So, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees.
I'm not doing Freddy.
Chucky the doll, Freddy Krueger,
Not doing
Pinhead.
that.
If you're in that movie realm or whatever you want to call it, which one of the killers, which one of the horror movie main characters do you think you could survive? Which one could you outrun? Could you beat in a fight?
Leprechaun.
You think you could take the leprechaun? He's got magic powers.
I know, but kick him. He's little. Right?
Well, so's Chucky.
True, but...
And he's a doll.
Yeah, Chucky for sure. I've punted bigger things across a room, so that one, I think I could take Chucky.
What bigger things have you...
Ghostface, because I would just never ever answer the phone.
You would never answer the phone, so you wouldn't lose to Ghostface because you just wouldn't answer the phone. Well, it's 2025. He's texting now.
Oh man. Well,
You're talking about the ones from the 90s when you had to call.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's true.
So you're taking on Chucky. You could beat a doll,
Yeah, I think so.
punt bigger things. Gene,
which is amazing, and I can't wait to hear.
I'd like
about
to see
those.
Office Corps punt something.
I could do it.
Maybe we can do that for your holiday trip to Nashville. Like watch Office Corps punt.
In the lobby of a hotel.
No, just in like the parking lot when the bus gets there. Just pull out some kind of makeshift goalpost and. Gene, which horror?
I think I'll go with the leprechaun. I mean, I know there's the magic thing, but he doesn't. I'm not scared when I watch that. I guess you know what I mean. Like Hellraiser, the Pinhead. I'm not doing Freddy. No way. In your dreams.
Yeah, no.
Get out of here. with that.
No.
I'm not playing that. The bed and the thing. No.
And there's no way like Jigsaw with the saw.
And I'm not doing Scream because I don't like that jump in the face.
Do you think you could take down a magic leprechaun?
For the fact that I have to answer you, sure.
All right. Avascore is going with Chucky the doll.
I don't want Candyman.
Yep.
Ooh, definitely don't want the Candyman.
I don't want the ring.
Well, the Candyman's nice because you just don't have to say his name. I mean, you just don't say his name and you're good. Because he only goes after the person who says the name. So as long as you don't say the name, you're fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh, that's a valid point.
I can't take it on a shark. I just wouldn't go in the water. So Jaws, I could
stay out of the water. I'm not taking on the shark. Gene, what's your hypothetical question?
Would you rather eat nothing but candy corn or only pumpkin flavored things for a month?
Candy corn.
Only.
Just for 1 month?
Yes.
Candy corn.
No, pumpkin flavored.
Everything is pumpkin. Like everything you eat, though, is pumpkin flavored for a month.
Yes.
Or the only thing you eat for a month is candy corn.
Correct.
Now,
are
we talking?
I'll minimalize. I'll just go one candy corn a day, just enough to survive.
That's not enough to survive. That's why I'm going with the pumpkin flavored thing. Because even if it's pumpkin flavored cheese, I'm getting some protein. Am I right, Cora?
That's true.
Gene's,
that is very true.
Gene's most important thing of the day is get some
could
protein.
Be pumpkin flavored.
Ugh.
I wouldn't love it, but I can't think about eating candy corn all, like, that's it. That's the only, like, I'm so starving. Here's your piece of candy corn. For a month? No way. Right, Cora?
Nope. It's pumpkin flavored.
Are you a PS? You don't really even drink coffee, right?
Well, yeah, I really do.
Or you're not like a PSL girl. You're not like one of these pumpkin spice ladies, right?
Well, I do like cream and sugar in my coffee.
Yeah, I would go candy corn.
No.
All right, me and Cora on the team.
Not a fan of pumpkin flavored stuff. I don't know if I could do it all the
either,
time.
but at least I'd have variety.
Yeah.
I mean, it all tastes the same, but it would be different things.
Different textures.
You like them big and textured?
Yes. She'd punch them right across the room is what she'd do.
That's true.
Avascore, what's your hypothetical question for the two of us?
Okay, if you could get food delivered instantly, like when you go online and order a pizza, it's like 45 minutes, whatever. Okay, if you could order food and it gets delivered instantly.
Like teleported to me.
Yep. But every meal was slightly too spicy and the temperature was not quite right. Would you still do the trade?
No, he would never do that. You know about the spice thing, right?
First of all, number one, I don't order food to be delivered. I don't do DoorDash and Instacart. I don't do any of that because I don't want some disgusting human being touching my food in their car.
It's the spice. He would never do spicy.
I don't want my food in some guy's car.
Is there negative spice?
And I don't
That's
eat
what he
spicy
wants.
food, so I don't need any of that.
Are those wings? Yeah, well, they better be naked.
Naked wings.
Naked
Even
wings.
That, pushing the boundaries.
Buffalo, too spicy. Ooh, spicy.
Way too spicy.
For him, no, absolutely not. Although, Cora, I will tell you that years and years and years ago, Brian and I talked about getting a food delivery tube.
Yes.
To the studio.
There's a fast food restaurant right up the street, and between 10 a.m. and 10:30 a.m., we call it the Vortex. It's when they serve both breakfast and lunch.
You can get a burger or you can get a breakfast sandwich, and it's right like the bank tube. And we just sit here,
pneumatic. I think they call them pneumatic tubes.
We get one right to the studio, so we can.
I would not do the instant food delivery. Gene, you would probably do that.
I do, but I don't want my food to be too spicy and cold. You're not selling this at all, Cora.
No,
I mean,
but it gets there instantly, like the moment you want it.
Just slightly.
Well, I can want things that are hot and taste good, and I'll just wait. I'm a grown-up. I don't need it that fast to be crappy.
Says the lady who's like, I gotta eat. You want some chips? I gotta get some in my stomach.
Having some chips. I am. Cora, would you?
I kind of already live this life. Like, everything is already a little too spicy for me, and I never eat, like, timely. By the time I actually stop talking and put the fork with the food in my mouth, it's cold.
Wow, that's sad, Cora.
I know.
Oh, wow. She never has a hot
because she doesn't shut up. She doesn't stop talking. Have you been around her? I don't know how you made it 2 weeks in a car with this guy. I'd drop you off in Quebec. You'd be over there without a passport. You'd be stuck at Niagara Falls.
They just drove. The whole vacation was
2 weeks of this.
Let's stop at a hotel and spend more time.
I'm trying to eat my sandwich. Stop talking.
It was constant. I talk that much. 3,700 miles worth.
And hotels then. Let's take a break from driving and being together so we can sit in a hotel and be together. You want to get some too spicy cold food? Yeah, I'd love to. Let's go. Cora, you're a dream.
My wife's always like, yeah, she's like, I see all these other couples having these big conversations when we go out. And I'm like, okay. Good for them. I don't feel the need to have a giant conversation about nothing important.
Are you dressing up tomorrow?
I am.
All right, so
what are
what's
you?
going on with the 715 this weekend, Cora? What do you got going on?
What are you dressing as?
I am going as a fish head who likes old ladies.
A fish head, like a fish band, the band Fish?
Well, no, a fish.
Like a carp?
Hat. It's like a hat with a fish on it.
What?
It's a fish head.
None of this makes any sense, which is not surprising.
How does the fish head like old ladies?
Well, all my friends are dressing up as old ladies, like glammed up senior citizens. They're getting like bingo bags that say things like, pull my balls and make me yell bingo and things like that. I never had time to go shopping for this. So I went to a thrift store and I found a hat that is like a big fish head. So I'm wearing that, but I'm hanging out with my friends who are dressed.
That's it? You're wearing a hat?
Ladies.
That's the best you could do?
That's all you got? You couldn't accessorize around
Well, she did just get back from 2 weeks of vacation.
It's a fish head hat.
No, I understand, but it's a hat.
Look,
I know. But it's the whole presence.
I don't know what
fish head.
I don't know. I'm kind of at the wit's end here with the whole.
I don't know, man. It feels like that could have been the inspiration for the rest of the outfit, but nope, she stopped right there. That's it. It's a hat.
I wouldn't want to have to explain that to people every place I go.
That's right. What are you?
Oh, well, you
It's
get
just,
the
I got
group of old ladies. You get all the old ladies, right? Oh, it's a group of old ladies. That's funny. What's with the girl in the fish hat?
She's just, that's what she got at the store.
That's Office Cora, and we just sort of allow it to play out on its own.
And I'm in this group chat with these people. And some are like friends of friends, so I don't know everybody. And there's just somebody named Driver who is coming to pick me up. We're all carpooling, and I get to get on the bus first.
You live in a very unsafe existence.
I don't know how you've lived this long.
I'm like, who is this driver? And she's like, I don't know. It's a friend of Patty's. I think his name's Murray.
Okay, well, good luck, hun.
Well, best of luck with whatever you're doing this weekend, Office Cora. We've taken up a lot of our time today.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we're going to the Brewing Project. They're having a huge Halloween party.
Nice. I think I'll be there in December. I think there's going to be some kind of Santa Claus thing going on. So I think
it's a great place.
I think I'll be joining you in December. I'm not wearing any kind of weird hat, though.
Hopefully, if Scores
I will still be wearing. Yeah, I will wear my fish head hat so that you can see it. It's cooler than you think.
Cora,
it's cooler than I'm describing.
Yeah, I'm sure. Office Cora, always a pleasure, I think. Great to talk to you. Have a great weekend. Happy Halloween, and we'll talk to you next Thursday, okay, sweetie?
Yep, you too. Bye, guys.
Jesus Christ, a whole 34,000 miles with all that next to me?
3,700 miles.
Holy crap, no effing way.
Yeah, it's a big one.
I could not do it.
So positive.
I love it. It's great because I'm not that guy. But
cup runneth over.
They say opposites attract, and she's great. But man, I could not sit in a car for 2 weeks with all that.
And then a hotel.
No effing way.
It's anonymous, it's fast, and it's free.
Need some quiet.
And as much as she's like a ray of sunshine, because she is, right?
Oh, yeah,
this positive energy that walks in her room. Her food's always too spicy and cold. That's so sad.
Because she talks too much.
That's two big ones.
Yeah.
That's sad.
She talks too much. She's one of those people. She's like, the food comes, and we're sitting here an hour later because Office Cora's not done talking. I'm trying to get home and watch ER.
I'd want to change that about myself so I could enjoy a warm meal. I'd like to. I'll talk later.
How about some me time? I
can't decide if I want top or bottom.
No.
Office, what is going on?
It's a funny because it's a fish hat.
She is a lot.
That's why it's funny. Because it has a fish on it.
3,400 miles, driving all through the states and the countries and up into Canada and all that stuff, and just talking.
Making memories. Would hold it out to my mouth. I would say a couple words, and then he'd pull it back.
There's no break there. Just enjoy the scenery. Look, Kids Big Ben Parliament. Like, none of that's happening.
No. That's what that destination felt real wonky.
All right. That is Office Core Hypothetical Thursday. Appreciate, we're getting a lot of texts about Office Core. We'll get to those later on when we get to our daily check-ins. Bigly, very bigly bad news with happy music coming up next.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. More from Brian and Gene is coming up.
You're about to enter a beautiful, exciting, wonderful new world.
A cockroach living in your nostril. Now that's just nasty. Add in some haven't pooped for 30 days.
Poop is raining from the ceilings. Poop.
And sprinkle in some hashtag Florida Man for flavor.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man. Florida man. Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man quits his Burger King job, steals all of their chicken nuggets.
It's bad news.
Bad news.
With happy music.
Let's rock.
Oh, we'll get to Florida Man. Don't you worry.
Is this a humdinger?
We got a bunch. Let's get started. A pet monkey got loose from its owner inside of a Spirit Halloween store in Plano, Texas, and spent about a half hour swinging around from the rafters.
Of course it did. This is fun. What's not fun about that? Is that your monkey?
People weren't sure at first if it was a real monkey because, let's be honest, it's a Spirit Halloween, and you never know. Things move around and light up and do all sorts of different stuff. One apparently dead giveaway, it was wearing a diaper. Yeah. Pet monkeys tend to wear diapers so they don't poop on everybody.
My daughter looked up. She said, "What in the world?" And she's like, "Is that a real monkey?" And so I look up and I said, "Well, it's got a diaper on, so I guess it is real."
It was entertaining. I mean, it was like, a lot of people just stood and watched it for like 30 minutes, like the whole time. There was a monkey. They had kids trying to catch it.
It had jumped down on the floor and ran past my leg. And at that point, I was like, okay, I've had enough.
This isn't the monkeys that were loosed from the...
No, that was in Missouri.
This
is in Texas. This is some guy with a pet monkey and,
Curious George.
Likes to get the attention, right? Look at my pet monkey. My name is Dita.
It's my
Welcome to Sprockets. You're looking at my monkey? Would you like to touch it? There are a lot of people who have no effing clue what that is. Witnesses say the monkey got spooked by one of the animatronic displays in the store, got away from its owner. Employees not able to corral the monkey.
Did they have to call the fire department, or what did they do?
Neither were any of the customers who stood there watching and trying to capture it. Police had to get involved. They got called. Eventually, the monkey's owner was able to bribe the monkey with a cookie and regain control of it. Monkey was not hurt. Neither was anyone else during the chaos. No humans in danger. A few customers did leave the store quickly. No one's going to get in any real trouble. The guy has all the papers and everything you need to have a pet monkey. It just, it's like a dog.
Spooked
dog gets off the leash, runs around, and causes mayhem. But no, not one of the aggressive lab monkeys that were in the truck that crashed.
Well, that's why I was like, oh, is this one? They found it?
This is, speaking of spicy foods, I saw this yesterday, and I thought, this could be helpful. A team of researchers in China, claimed to have created an artificial tongue that can quickly detect spice levels in food.
Huh, are you kidding? Stick my tongue to that stupid pole, that's dumb.
Yeah.
So your fake tongue touches it first?
Well, picture this. You go out with a coworker, your boss, in fact, and he orders some wings. And he says, oh, they're fine, have one. And as you start to put it in your mouth, you realize I'm going to die if I eat this wing. The artificial tongue can sense that and tell me, hey, dingus, don't eat this wing. It's going to kill you.
Couldn't you just touch it with your finger and try a little bit of it before you just...
You're not putting your fingers in other people's food. You don't do that with wings. What are you, psycho?
Touch the wing? So did you mouth it and then throw it out?
Like, as soon as I got it in the mouth, I did the thing, and then they got it in my nasal passages, and I'm like
drooling and crying.
Sweating. Oh, and then I put it down, and I said, what the hell is going on?
And then you went home?
A taste testing device resembles a small, transparent square of soft gel the consumer places on their tongue. All right, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it on my tongue.
So you put it on your tongue to be able to taste it?
Ready to taste test meals before you dive in. Our flexible artificial tongue holds tremendous potential in spicy sensation estimation for portable taste monitoring devices, movable humanoid robots for patients with sensory impairments.
No.
I don't have an impairment. I just don't like spicy food. They took inspiration from milks, some proteins in milk, which latch onto capsaicin, the compound which makes chili peppers burn and tingle. And they're working on some kind of artificial tongue.
Just don't eat spicy foods, then, I guess. You've made it this far.
But again,
you're fine.
Here's the thing. Like, I'll go to a place and I'll say, how spicy are your bloodies? And they're like, not spicy at all. And then I order one and it's spicy. And I can't drink it. It's terrible. So if I had something that could tell me and warn me, if I had settings on it and said, here's where my levels are, and this fake tongue could tell me, hey, don't do the tongue thing.
So then you get it, and the tongue says that's spicy. Then you just tell them I can't drink this, and you make them make you another one, which is what you do in the first place.
No, I wouldn't make them make me another. What am I, a psycho?
What are you going to do?
You're going to make them make you another one because you're too weak to drink the spicy
So you don't
bloody?
drink it? That you just pay for it and
I don't
leave?
order it. I know ahead of time that they're lying to me. If they say it's not that spicy, I say, okay, I don't want your bloody. I know you're lying to me. I know exactly how this. I've done it before. I know how it turns out.
So you just
I say how spicy is your bloody. They say not spicy at all, and then I know for a fact it's spicy, and I don't
beer,
order it.
And then you just
and I just drink whatever's not spicy. That's what I do.
First day with the new tongue.
Yes.
Yes.
Fake
Doc,
tongue.
get
Doc,
this one.
Yes, I need this tongue.
I don't know about that.
A woman is demanding $50,000 from SeaWorld.
She gets splashed?
Not because she got splashed, but she did have a run-in with another animal. While she was riding on a roller coaster.
Oh, no. She got hit in the face with a duck?
Much like Fabio back in the day, she got hit in the face by a duck.
Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Duck season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Duck season. Duck season.
A woman demanding $50,000 from SeaWorld after her fun roller coaster filled day took a foul turn.
I don't think it's SeaWorld's fault there was a duck in the air.
It's a duck. Deal with it. I'm sorry, it sucks. Maybe they should cover her medical bills, but don't be demanding things. It's not like they put the duck there to get you in trouble.
Correct. It's a lawsuit, duck lawsuit.
Yeah, she filed a lawsuit. Said she was riding the park's Mako roller coaster in March when a duck flew into the coaster's path and hit her in the face. She said she was knocked unconscious by the crash.
I'm sure.
Woman's lawsuit said SeaWorld should have warned her about the dangerous condition of the park before she got on the ride and called the coaster a, quote, zone of danger. Jesus Christ,
Well,
lady.
are there, like, ducks everywhere?
You fraud.
Is that it?
SeaWorld created a zone of danger for bird strikes due to placing the roller coaster over or near a body of water, which creates a higher risk of bird strikes involving ducks, gulls, geese, and other waterfowl.
Was she permanently injured? I mean,
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, I kind of, I mean.
No. You got on the coaster, you know.
True.
Look, there's birds and stuff in the air.
I agree with you.
A fly could fly, a bee could fly into your throat.
A whole bunch of them in this area right next to it where the.
Apparently, this roller coaster has been the subject of lawsuits about flying objects in the past as well.
Yeah.
You people are
Move
soft.
the ducks, maybe. You can't have them that close.
You can't move the ducks.
Sure you can.
Just don't get on the coaster if you're worried about getting hit by ducks.
In the face! In the face!
Again, it's part of the agreement that you take when you get on these things. There's a bit of danger.
I agree to some degree, but if there's like a giant duck family living in this pond,
you could be screaming because you're having a great time or you're terrified, and a bee flies into your throat and you choke to death. Is that their fault?
Correct. So they were sued for the same thing, another duck hitting somebody in the face?
I don't know. It didn't say specifically.
Did it disfigure her?
I don't know. I don't care.
Okay.
These are frivolous lawsuits.
Well,
wasting people's time.
Is it?
It's not their fault that you got hit in the face by a duck.
The odds, though, are really...
It's hilarious.
It's not.
It's not their fault.
If she's...
What's the first rule of Fight Club, Gene?
I believe you're not supposed to talk about it.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
Did these people talk about it?
Add this to the growing list of reasons why I'll never get on a plane again. A United Airlines flight to Chicago was delayed more than 4 hours after a couple of flight attendants started fighting one another.
Like a cat fight?
Like on the plane. Like, meow.
Like on the plane at their job?
Should have been a routine United Airlines flight from Des Moines to Chicago. What's that, like a 45-minute jump?
It's got to be
an hour, maybe? Hour and a half at most? Had to be delayed for 4 hours and then some because these people were fighting. We got to wait 4 more hours? A couple of flight attendants got into a fight on the airplane before takeoff. Situation reportedly became so heated that members of the airport management team had to deplane the passengers on an Airbus, right? A320. So that's a big-ass plane. That's not like some small pond jumper.
An hour and a half.
Pull all the flight attendants from the flight and then find a replacement set of crew members to work the flight. Oofta. Due to take off at 11:30 in the morning, scheduled departure passed by. Soon became apparent what was unfolding. Internal flight departure record reviewed by the TSA reveals that an argument between 2 of the flight attendants was the root cause of the hours-long delay. They had to deplane at 12:10, 40 minutes after this thing was supposed to take off, and then scramble around to find new crew members for that plane.
Of course. They don't.
Oh, my God. The flight ended up leaving Des Moines at 3:24 in the afternoon and arriving in Chicago at 5:09. So, yeah, it's an hour and a half jump. Oh, God.
Fisticuffs? Was there
Why are you home so late, honey? Well, because 2 flight attendants got in a bitching match about something. And so they had to deplane.
Is there video?
I didn't see any video.
Okay.
No such reason was posted. Yeah. Moving on. A police officer showed up to a virtual court hearing without wearing any pants. We're still doing this Zoom thing in 2025?
Oh, yeah. There's lots of virtual meetings, but you should
earlier this week, a Detroit police officer named Matthew Jackson showed up for court, a virtual Zoom hearing, wearing his uniform top and badge, but no pants.
Nothing down there?
And didn't follow the rules when it comes to
there?
the no pants. You're supposed to do it up here, not with on the coffee table where everybody can see your no pants.
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right. Today you got some pants on, officer?
Sir, they're in the... No, sir.
No, sir.
No pants.
Wasn't sitting behind a proper table, like the kitchen table or a kitchen counter where his legs would be hidden. Looks like he's on a couch with the camera on his coffee table, seated higher than the camera, so it shows him sitting in his boxers.
Oh, my gosh.
With bare legs. The judge, a guy named Sean Perkins, said, "You got some pants on, officer?" He said, "No, sir.
I don't."
Then adjusted the camera so the shot just showed him from the waist up. The hearing went on as normal.
Buddy. There you go, buddy.
No comment afterward. No real reason was given by this guy.
Well, it's comfy.
Rule number 1, bro. Rule number 1. You got to have those pants on.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Pants on the ground.
Or you got to have the camera pointed a special way so we don't see your bare legs.
Pants on the ground, pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
Yeah. The pantsless Detroit police officer.
Move the camera up, sir.
Yeah, again.
Camera up.
Kitchen table.
Up.
Put it on the kitchen table.
Up.
So you're underneath. Your naked legs are underneath.
I'm pretty good in the pants department.
Thank you, Shaw. Moving on. Some people just don't like Halloween. This guy in particular. This is in Seattle. Some guy walked up to a Halloween display in somebody's yard and set it on fire.
Oh, gee. He didn't like it, huh?
A neighbor chased this guy off. No word on any arrests yet. It happened at about 1 in the morning. The people who live there, known for their very elaborate displays each and every year. Everybody in the neighborhood loves it, except for this guy.
Just started picking them up and throwing them in like it was a burn barrel bonfire into the casket.
He had one burning there and another one burning over there. Then he kicked this coffin down and dragged the Bob Ross skeleton into it, set Bob Ross on fire, then began grabbing the little skeleton animals and throwing them in there as well.
But we're very, very lucky because those bushes caught fire and it's right by the fence, right by the house. John literally came over with like a pot of water, like he'd make spaghetti and dumped it out. Another one brought the fire extinguisher, which is now in the casket.
Yeah.
He set Bob Ross on fire?
1 o'clock in the morning, kicked a coffin that was propped up, dragged the Bob Ross skeleton into it, and set it on fire. Into the fire! Yeah. The Bob Ross painter guy, the Happy Little Trees guy from PBS or whatever hell channel it was on,
he
with the afro.
On fire.
He set his skeleton on fire.
Touching the canvas, use just the corner of the brush, just the corner,
and begin pushing, making
Happy
the
little
muscles bend
trees,
slightly
Gene.
downward.
Yeah.
See there? Look at that. Isn't that a nice little tree?
It is.
It's a nice little tree.
Once he got Bob Ross burning, he started grabbing smaller decorations and tossing them in as well. Fire spread to a bush. The whole house could have gone up. Thankfully, a neighbor from across the street noticed it. Saw his cat staring out the window. That's how he noticed. Didn't realize there was a fire. The cat was just enthralled by this fire.
Hey, kitty cat, what you looking at?
Chased the guy down the street. Other neighbors helped to put the fire out. Apparently, it started raining. It is Seattle. So that helped. Not clear if the cops have any leads, but happy ending. A bunch of neighbors came over the next day to help clean up and even brought this guy some extra decorations to replace the ones that were burned. Even the Bob Ross skeleton has already been replaced. So
all is well that ends well.
Yeah.
But
Okay, but I could set the building on fire.
that guy's really angry at 1 a.m. He's angry.
And last but not least, my favorite story of all time.
All time.
It's got a wonderful X-ray photo.
Is it a stapler?
Nope.
Is it a fruit or vegetable?
It's not either of those, but it's big.
Is it a tool? Is it
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd, one of our favorite police officers, said a man tried to smuggle a thermos into jail by having it inserted inside of him.
Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
I'm picking out a thermos for you.
What's the smallest thermos you can think of?
Not an ordinary thermos will do.
What's the smallest thermos you can think of?
It's got a cup built right in.
I don't think it was one of those with the handle. We're thinking more like the Stanley, like the metal
Like I
ones.
put soup in it to take to lunch?
Yes. With the screw cap underneath the latch cap.
Yeah, like
You got the latch cap on the outside, you
yes.
unlatch it, then there's a screw cap. Kind of like that.
What was in the thermos, though?
What do you think was in it when you're trying to get into jail?
All right.
Walter Freimeyer, 51, initially accused of being naked in a public park. Sounds like he was getting this thing in. He knew he was going in, and he was just trying to prepare for the trip. He was packing. Judd, the sheriff down there, said a deputy likely saved this guy's life by arresting him because he was taken to a hospital where a specialist had to remove the thermos. And yes, there is a picture, whatever that X-ray of this guy. Florida man, no stranger to the law, wound up back in jail. Got a call. He was naked inside of a restroom at a public park. We asked, is he naked or buck naked? You can be naked, still have your socks on, but if you're buck naked, you're totally naked. That's Judd, because he's good at that. Deputies arrived. They found Walter had all of his clothes on. Deputies escorting him out of the park. Explained to him that he wasn't going to be arrested, even though people saw him without any clothes on, because you're going to give him a break, right? Look, dude, we've had enough of you. Give you a break. Judge said the guy crossed the street, hopped up on a railroad train track, and trespassed again, so then they arrested him. This guy just can't get a break. He's been arrested 25 prior times, been to state prison 5 times.
So he was naked in the park. He put his clothes on. The cops show up. He runs onto the railroad tracks, gets arrested for that, and that's when they find it?
Sheriff explained that all arrestees are put through a body scanner to make sure they're not bringing any guns or knives or drugs into jail, and that's when they saw the thermos. And you can see it clearly on the X-ray photo. He said, quote, "That's right, he put it up the exit ramp. You know what I mean.
Stick it up the butt."
I do know what you mean.
That's where it is. Walter Freimeyer. We said, dude, what are you doing here? And he said, well, I put that inside my body.
Yeah, you sure did.
Had to take him to the hospital. They found to find a specialist. Quite the ordeal. But he's thermosless in the county jail today.
Tavares, right in the butt.
What?
Yeah.
But it wasn't full of drugs or anything? It was just a thermos?
They didn't explain what it was full of. I didn't see that in the story. All I know is that he had the thermos. They had to get a specialist. And now they don't have a thermos.
With vinyl stripes and a cup built right in, Brian.
There's that. Told you we were loaded. Have you seen the picture? Did you look at it?
I just did.
Yeah. It's good stuff, huh?
It's a full-size thermos right in your butt.
I told you.
It's a large.
Told you. Bad news, happy music on Rock Mornings. We will get to our daily check-ins after beer.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com. Call.
Hello.
Email.
I tried emailing you.
Text. So many ways to check in with us. Check. We rely on you guys for traffic updates, requests, and all sorts of other stuff.
Check this out.
Rockmornings.com for all of our contact info.
Man, it's still foggy out.
You can also download the 95.7 The Rock or 92.9 The X app, or download them both and get in touch with us that way. Got a nice upload through one of the apps from Megan. Said, hey, Brian, maybe this will make your skeleton less scary. And it's a skeleton on the ones and twos. He's spinning on the wheels of steel. Look at that. He's got a little speaker. He's got the turntables. He's got the headphones.
I like that.
Even got the hand up there, which is a DJ move. I like that. Megan, thank you very much.
Thanks for sharing your photo.
Thank you very much, Megan.
So you just go to 95.7 The Rock or 92.9 The X app. You get those downloaded.
Yeah.
And then right there at the bottom, there's a submit button, and you can send in video or photos like Megan did. You can also leave us a voicemail. You'll see that, and you can win stuff. It's all right at the bottom there.
All
on
that
the
stuff
app.
right on those apps. Darren said, let's bring back Action Park. Some of these pansies can maybe learn not to be pansies. Yeah, that place killed people, though. I'm not talking about killing people.
Yeah,
but
let's not do that.
The very frivolous lawsuit about the ducks. Look, man, ducks, you can get hit by anything. It's not their fault. Brenda said, ducks land in whatever body of water they want to land in. Did she hurt the duck?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe you could frame it. Have a funny story to tell
Not
at
funny.
the kid's
Your
wedding.
Face is all ducked.
Text earlier from Chris said, F. Brian Kelly.
Wow, there's a lot of hate there for that guy.
Somebody text Eric said, Brian, I'm judging you for being a whiny wimp when it comes to spice. Also appreciate that you know this and stay within your limits. Yeah, dude, look, some people don't like spicy
What's the
foods.
scale on this? 0 to 10, you're a -1. How hot is it? -1.
I don't know what I am, but I don't like spicy food.
No, I know you don't.
I just don't. All I'm saying, look, if you had had those wings, they would have killed you too.
They were too much.
They were. The one
And
bite
he
I
just
took.
said to you, like,
and he
nah,
laughed and thought it was funny. And I'm like, dude, we're in like a dark bar. I can't see what color anything is. Some of them are orange. Some of them are yellow. Some of them are red. Some of them are burnt
And
orange.
he
I have
didn't
no
like
idea.
stop you. He just went in
they
for the
just
kill.
think,
and
just
they
like,
laughed.
just order up a bunch of wings and everyone can share, except for this guy who can't have spicy food. Yeah, I know. Somebody texted in and said, do you think Office Cora talks in her sleep? And I said, she might. And they said, should we feel sorry for the Nashville people who are going?
No, she's so much fun.
Look, Office Cora's great. I love her to death.
Yeah.
Very talkative. They'll have a blast.
They'll have a blast. She's so happy.
Somebody said, listening to the program this morning, I have to disagree. Office Cora couldn't beat Chucky because just punting him won't stop him from coming back. The mom in the first movie tried that. Gene going up against the leprechaun would be easy. Throw him some shoes like Courtney Cox did, and he leaves you alone. It was actually Jennifer Aniston in the first Leprechaun movie, not
shoes?
Courtney Cox, and there was a shoe thing. Yeah. Oh. Then there was a flute thing, and there's all sorts of things.
Tell me more about this flute thing.
Jacob texted in and said, I think the Canadian dollar is called the loonie. How can you take a country seriously after that? Rob wanted to know what's up with the aliens. Did I miss it? LOL. And I said, nothing yet.
No, I know. The first thing this morning, I Googled that. I'm like,
yet.
aliens. Is this, the rapture happened? Nothing.
Yeah.
Wasn't it yesterday or today?
Steve also texted and said, hey, Gene, I heard that. Potty mouth. LOL.
Didn't potty mouth. Stuff. I said stuff.
You did.
No, I didn't. Said stuff. Where do you put that stuff?
Somebody texted in and said that Brian Kelly made Matt LaFleur and Kyle Shanahan park cars at a party that he was throwing when Matt and Kyle thought they were invited to the party. I didn't know that story, but that seems like it fits. It tracks.
That does.
Thank you for all the correspondence. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.